Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Hambone here, and in today's video we're going to be covering my top tips and tricks for new players coming into Dauntless in 2020, because most of the guides that I found online are a little bit older, and so I wanted to do an updated refresh for everyone who's new to the game this year. Kind of like myself, I'm rather new to the game as well, but these are just some tips I picked up early on that I thought I would share. So without any further ado, let's jump straight on into this video, and I'm going to tell you guys my top tips that I can give for Dauntless in 2020 moving forward. So without any further ado, here we go. Starting off at number one, this is just a simple little tip, and that is that when you get into a queue for a hunt, when you're going to hunt a behemoth, let's just say we want to hunt a neutral patrol. We're going to start the hunt here, and oh great, we're going to queue for a minute, and now we're stuck in queue. We can't do anything. We're just staring at a screen. Well, actually, no. You can close that screen, run around town, craft some armor, talk to people, whatever you want to do, jump around, go pet a dog, something like that while you're in queue. This is something I hadn't actually discovered for a while, and I'm going to be wind up going on a hunt here. I want to try an abandoned hunt. There we go. But this is something I discovered a while back, and it has really helped me out because, at first I was just sitting there staring in queue and not actually doing anything for the whole, 30, 45 seconds. Sometimes some of the lesser, populated hunts, like in the very beginning, they're going to take a little bit of time to find some people. So you can walk around, talk to people, get some side quests going, that different sort of thing, and really just up your game and help you out there. Tip number two is talk to people. Walk around this place, this beautiful place of Ramsgate, and talk to every NPC you see. Here's why. They all have quests. Most all of these guys have their own quests. They have their own crafting that you'll miss out on if you don't talk to them. This is the only place you can make the repeaters. So you talk to this guy, you get his quest, and you deal 10,000 damage with a repeater. He gives you 100 rams, but look here. Schematics for better repeaters. This is key to getting some of the better guns and better things in the game, better weapons, etc. You want to talk to people. Get all the side quests you can. This guy's got side quests. She's got quest. He's got quest over here. Everybody around Ramsgate is going to want to give you a quest, especially early on. So you're going to want to do all these side quests. It's just extra stuff that you get from it. Like if we look at my quests here and we see, look at what all side quests I have. This is my main quest. But look, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 side quests that I'm just doing alongside the main quest. You don't have to really try. There's no point in not doing these. You just add them. You just get them, add them on, and they're there while you're doing your main quest. So yes, talk to everybody in town because side quests are one of the things that'll get you ahead in the game quicker. Tip number 3 is every behemoth has its weaknesses. If we go and look at the neutral behemoths, they're the only ones that don't have a weakness towards certain weapons and armors. But if you go back here and you look, let's say we want to fight a blaze behemoth, okay? Our armor, which is blaze armor, is increased in power versus a blaze behemoth. That number was 260 with the other one. Now it's 360 because we're using the blaze armor set. Now we're using we're not using a frost weapon, so therefore our weapon power doesn't increase. But say we were using a frost weapon as well, then our weapon power would also go up. So that's just a little tip. All of the monsters in the game, every behemoth has a weakness of some sort. So if we go over here and we say we're going to fight frost, you can see my armor power drops to 160. This is because I'm using blaze armor, and blaze armor is weak to frost type enemies. So keep that in mind. If I had a blaze weapon, that would of course increase, but I believe I'm using a shock weapon at the minute. Let's see. Nope, I'm using a terror weapon. Okay, so because I'm using a terror weapon, I am stronger versus shock enemies. So that is just something to keep in mind. You see my power jump to 380. Always, if you're having trouble killing behemoths, you're having trouble with fights, always go and make sure that your equipment is the right stuff for the job. You can go over here to the armor smith, and she offers, and I recommend this early on, a couple of good sets. This quill shot set right here. It is the same power versus everything. So I recommend you maybe try this one early on. See if you like it, because it's the same power versus everything. So what that allows you to do is, you don't have to worry as much about your armor set. As long as you upgrade it as much as you can every time, your armor set should be pretty decent for the fight that you're going into. A little bit further that you get, you know, this is just the beginning. The little bit further along that you go, it's going to be a little bit harder. Of course, you're going to have to want to upgrade your armor to specific sets. I was fighting a fire beast a minute ago, which is why I'm using this fire armor. So you're going to want to upgrade your armor to be specific sets for specific tasks. Same with your weapons, of course, doing the damage, and your weaponsmith is over here. But you're going to want to do that, you know, each of your gear items for the specific task that you've got to set out for the different enemies that you're going to fight, and all of that sort of thing. So be sure to be aware of the fact that there are different effects applied from different weapons. Nextly, we're going to look at cells and how they improve your armor and your weapons to a certain degree in the game. They give you slight buffs, you know, different things. So you're going to want to go to your equipment page, and you're going to want to see, let's just click on my weapons. Alright, I've got 2 cells equipped here. Most items have 1 slot, weapons have 2. Some items have 2, it just depends. But you want to take in these spots, you see, like currently I have this one, Blaze Storm cell, which is a technique cell, and it adds a flat amount of part damage on hit. So what that means is that I do a little bit of damage to each part on the monster that I'm hitting. Just a flat amount of damage. Now, the other one that I've got is a defensive cell, and I just got the one that increases max health in here. Now, you can see in my Fiery Greaves, I've got the one that grants a small shield after avoiding damage for a short time. So these are just slight buffs to your character, but these little buffs can make a pretty big difference, especially when you're stacked. I mean, look, I've got them on each and every one of my armor parts. I've got them on my weapon. Every slot that I can have one, I've got it on it. So do note, you probably want to try and equip those as much as possible. You get them randomly through missions and different things like that. So you want to equip as many cells as possible because you just want your character to be that much stronger. And just the slight little buffs that it gives you really make a big difference out in the field. But that is going to be it for my top tips and tricks for beginners. The only thing I have left, I'm going to leave you with a little surprise tip here, and that is that you can, in fact, pet a dog. And if you're wondering where that's at, you're going to run along here. That's where you start, okay? You're going to run along here, and you're going to run over here, and here's a tavern. And out front of the tavern, you're going to find a dog, where your character can, in fact, pet the dog. Apparently, I slapped the dog. Where you can, in fact, pet the dog and give him some love before you go out on a mission. Everybody has to love the dog on the mission. That's just the way it goes. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video, and if you did, be sure to drop a like and subscribe for more content on this game. I'm doing a lot more uploads on this game, so be sure to come back for more on Dauntless in the near future. And if you're new here, and I'd say you are, considering this is my first video on the game, thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Helps the channel out, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.